let's talk about this film. I loved the film, and I mean, I'm going through this not only afterwards. I'm really thinking about, as an actor, the switch ups. I mean, army to PTSD, to drugs, to relationship status, to all these things. So, what was it like for you to go through all of these things, which someone went through in essentially what, 20 years, but you went through all of them pretty quickly?
Yeah, it was tough. It was definitely a challenge. We had to be very strategic in the way we planned the character arc and then the six individual arcs, which is the six chapters throughout the film. And it was tough. It was emotionally very draining, day in and day out, experiencing things that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. But I think hard work is good work, and this story represents millions of people around the world that are suffering from PTSD and substance abuse. So whenever things got tough and uncomfortable, it felt like we were doing it right. So I welcomed the hardships of playing this character.
Now, did you get a chance to? I mean, you met with some specialists too, but did you watch any films to kind of understand addiction in a visual form? Not just someone giving you their experiences, but also, I mean, did you watch things like Train Spotting or even like Lesson Zero with Robert Downey? I mean, did you get anything from those to try to figure out that world a little bit better?
My research into addiction didn't come from film. I mean, yes, I watched a lot of films to kind of get influences to the way people performed, but a lot of my information came from interviewing real people that had been through it in real life. So veterans, medics, people suffering from PTSD, people suffering from addiction. Because for me, I knew very little about the problem. And the more information I could get, I stood on a much stronger infrastructure of information to kind of bring this character to life. So I was really, really adamant that the more research I could do and the more people I could speak to, the more well-rounded version of this character I could create.
And throughout this whole film, you were aging. I mean, you were jumping through time too. So how did you come to terms with the older Toms, I guess, as you were trying to figure out, did you think of someone in your family or older versions of essentially Nico and try to figure out what the time version of him was during those periods?
It's a complicated one. Aging yourself is not the easiest thing in the world to do. I was very lucky that my amazing makeup artist is so talented, and she was able to work wonders with my face with prosthetics and different makeup techniques. But yeah, I guess I just kind of was instinctual with it, and just, I don't know. I always find actors give really, really like eloquent answers as how they do things, and my answer is I just pretended to be old. Was kind of it.
Well, it worked out very well. So whatever acting version of a fake ID you had, it worked out. So I want to thank you very much, and I hope everyone in your world is happy and healthy. Take care.
Likewise. Stay safe. Thank you.